A quick check from my boys. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me out there? Let me hear some in the chat. Let me hear some in the chat. There's a little delay going on. So I'm gonna just make sure that everything is going smoothly, and then we just gonna go. And then we just gonna go. Because today, my friends, we are going to, of course, we are going to be going over the top 20 business lessons so that you guys can become them six-figure entrepreneurs. You hear? Yeah? Okay, dope. Crystal clear. I like that. I like that. So, guys, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, right? But Andrew Tate, right? Before Hustlers University to like probably back in like 2021, something like that, he created Hustlers University 1. And what this course was literally just him talking about 100 business lessons, okay? And I want to do the exact same thing, but here you're going to get 20. In the 40 Academy 2.0, you're going to get the full 100, right? Because I think that it's a really great thing to kind of just listen to and take in. And I've listened to his a couple of times, and I have some things that I agree on with him, some things that I don't agree on, but I wanted to go over these with you. So before we get into this, let me see something in the chat, my friends. Let me see something in the chat. Let me see some fires. Let me see something. Let me see something. There's quite the delay here, so I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna just wait for the flames to come before we actually start up in here. Then we got mad people up in here. Even more gonna be coming. Yeah. Dope. Because these business lessons, y'all, they're the ones. They're not the obvious ones. Okay, they're not the ones that we've heard before. Like, oh, well, business, man, you gotta work really hard, bro. You gotta work really hard, and you gotta do things quickly. Blah 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 blah. No. That's boring. It's stupid. Everybody in here, I already know, is somewhat familiar with business, or at least you're trying to become an entrepreneur somehow. I'm not just going to sit here and talk your ear off about some stuff you already know. This is the stuff that is lesser known, and of course, I'm going to give you stories and examples to support all of my facts. Okay. So by the look of the chat, y'all seem to be ready. Also, I'm going to be reading the chat more. I realized last time I didn't read the chat too much, but I will be reading the chat a lot. So guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything to add, please go ahead and leave it in the chat and I will be checking it out. Okay, so business lesson number one. Business lesson number one is that, yes, although a lot of people will tell you that speed is king, you have to use speed wisely. You must use speed wisely. What do I mean by that? Guys, let me ask you a question, okay? I want to ask you a question. I want you guys to answer it in the chat. Why do cars crash? What's the biggest reason why cars crash? Okay, and I'm going to wait for the chat to catch up. But I want to ask you guys that, okay? Because it's also the biggest reason as to why a lot of businesses fail long term. Let me see. Going too fast. They go too fast. They go too fast. High speed. I guess I kind of gave it away with the whole beginning of the lesson, since it's called use speed wisely. But most cars crash because they're just going too fast. They're speeding. They're literally speeding. And the same is with business. The same is with business, guys. Business is a lot like a pyramid. Okay, I've heard Alex Hormozy mention this, but I kind of forget what he said, so I kind of came up with my own version of it. But business is a lot like a pyramid. You feel me? Let me see if I can get a pen out here quick. Guys, this pen that I hold in my hand was like $40. I don't know why I bought it. I just thought maybe a $40 pen might be kind of dope. And it's all right. It's okay. It's not the best pen I've ever used, but it's okay. So there are basically two types of fast that you can do, right? And what type of fast will greatly determine your future. So on the axis of time and scale and building out, you see, I kind of wish I had a whiteboard, but it's okay because I have these sticky notes. So guys, some people's business looks like the little skinny triangle. You see that little skinny triangle? That's what some people's business looks like. It's tall, right? They're making a lot of money, But as you can see, with a small base, it is more vulnerable. It is more vulnerable to adverse weather conditions or a goddamn Category 7 earthquake. That thing's tumbling over. But what about the other one? The other one, in which you can see here, has a wider base. So how do you build out a wider base but reach the same amount at the top? Well, it comes down to building up versus building out. You see, a lot of times, what a lot of entrepreneurs and business people do is they focus on building up. We need to scale, 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 scale. And what ends up happening is that they scale really quickly, which of course, everybody's like, yo, that's a good thing. But they haven't built out enough. They aren't protected. So what happens? Usually it's either one of two things, right? One, their reputation, something happens with their reputation, and then all of a sudden their reputation goes out the window and their business starts to tank. And two, their overhead is already really high, right? So this happens with a lot of high ticket businesses. So if you have a really high overhead, I'm talking like you have like dozens of employees and your payroll is like $50,000 to $100,000. Sorry, $50,000 to $100,000 a month, and you're making, let's say, $300,000 a month. But then all of a sudden something really bad happens, and now you're only making $100,000 a month in a hole, but you're spending $50,000 to $1,000 a month on your team. What does that do to your cash flow? Now you are barely making any money, and everybody on your team is making more money than you. Why? Because you heard somebody say speed. Speed, you got to build up, build up, build up. Well, guys, sometimes you have to focus on building out. And what does building out really entail? Building out means building out your systems. It means nurturing the people who are already in your programs, making sure that you go heavy on client success, and making sure that you just put out a lot of value. You have a very robust system, okay? And building this robust system takes time, which is exactly why you worrying about scaling super, super quickly. And what's the next level? What's the next level? What's the next level? Doing a promo sequence every goddamn week, something like that. If you have a business, that's not exactly what you want to do. And that's not what your clients are going to want to do. And that's not what you are going to want to do. There is serious merit in simply building out, staying at your current level for a little bit, and just making sure that everything is locked in. So how can you guys use this as copywriters? Guys, if you get your first client that's paying you $2,000 to $4,000 a month, make sure you take care of them. Make sure you take care of them and don't get lost in the sauce. Don't get lost in the sauce, because especially for the guys who have joined the accelerator program, once they get their first $2,000 to $4,000 a month client, they know exactly how to get the next one. They've already systematized it. But when they go and take on that next one, now you have problems, right? You have time constraints. Most of the time they have their full-time job still, or they're still in school, right? You can only do so much. So make sure that you put a real effort into building out as well as building up, building that robust system so that you are sustainable, because a sustainable business is much more profitable in the long term. And I'm gonna unpack even more of that as we go. But what do we think about the first lesson, y'all? Let me see what y'all are saying. Damn, the chat's actually going crazy right now. People don't drive properly. Bro, some people just really cannot drive. Especially, I don't know who out there has a BMW, but y'all BMW drivers, y'all are trash, bro. Y'all are trash. Y'all don't use blinkers. Truck drivers too, bro. I don't know what it is with trucks, bro, but they just be in the left lane, literally doing 150 kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles, but bro, there's just no need. There's absolutely no need, because they'll speed like that, and then I'll see them at a red light in 5 minutes. They're literally not going anywhere faster. Do y'all get what I'm saying here? Fire. Y'all are liking it so far. Okay, dope. How long did it take you to get a paying client? I got my first paying client in around 3 months with copywriting, but it was a commission deal. It was by far not an optimal first client, but I got a lot of experience and learned a lot of things, even though it really sucked. Okay, y'all are ready. Audi people are pretty good at driving. I would have to agree. That Audi drivers just know what they're doing. They're a more sophisticated brand. Okay. Mercedes drivers, those people are usually just grandfathers. I'm not going to lie. They're usually just grandpas. Nobody cool really drives a Mercedes Benz, unless it's like a AMG GT or something, or SL63. But anyways, I digress. Turning into a car guy slowly but surely. Number two, okay, the second business lesson. Everybody always says, I don't know if you guys have ever heard this before, that they say we live in an attention economy. As long as you can get attention, money will follow. Well, guys, I want to give you a little lesson on attention and why attention is not really all it's cracked up to be. Guys, attention is nothing without trust. And I want to give you a couple of really, really good examples of this. Guys, think of Alex Hormozy. Technically, he was probably the most viewed entrepreneur currently, right? He gets the most views out of any of these entrepreneur guys. I'm talking Gary Vee or Alex Becker or any of them. But the problem is that he gets all of his views from shorts and reels and all that, mostly all of his views. And his most popular reels and shorts are literally just him talking about like protein or something, or talking about Chipotle. Like they're not business reels that pop off. So what does that really mean? Well, views are not all equal. If I get 1 million views on TikTok, it does not matter. It's not going to translate to much money. If I get 1 million views on YouTube on a 1 hour video, that is going to translate to a lot of money for obvious reasons, right? If you see somebody's 30-second TikTok, you're not going to give a shit. If you watch someone's 1, 2, 3 hour video on YouTube, then now that attention is worth a lot more. Why? Because attention is nothing without trust. Okay, I want to give you another example that's rather current. Okay, and this is an overarching theme of a couple of these lessons, but I feel like I should bring it up. There's really two lessons here. So one of them, I don't know if you guys have been watching like the internet news lately. I don't willingly hear about it or watch it, but it's just inescapable. So Adam 22, who knows Adam 22 and what's going on with Adam 22? Guys, these people are inarguably getting lost in the sauce. They are inarguably getting lost in the sauce, and I'll tell you why. Guys, Homeboy basically, and the most recent thing that he did is the most telling. So I'm just going to assume that you somewhat know what the story is, but his actual words, right? His wife does OnlyFans or whatever, and she recently did her first only scene with a man or whatever. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, they're married. Maybe they have a kid or something. I saw a video where she was pregnant. I don't really know. But basically, they're going viral for that. And then he makes this video where he's like, hey, my wife recently did her first BBC scene, and now I'm gifting her with this Lamborghini Urus. And like, it's clearly all a PR stunt, and it's rather gross for a lot of reasons, for very many obvious reasons. They're basically disrespecting and degrading their whole lineage by doing this PR stunt, because obviously in pursuit of money, right? In pursuit of money. And I see this all of the time. So many people are sacrificing their morals, and it goes a lot with the lesson that I just gave you. So many people sacrifice their morals, get lost in the sauce purely because they want attention, because they would like to monetize the attention down the line. And even if it works, guys, it is not a viable long-term strategy. You are sacrificing long-term profit for short-term gains. Another example, there are some other copywriters in this space, who knows who they are, who basically act like clowns in order to get attention. Maybe they'll, I don't know, take an ad, right? Run an ad where they are literally in their underwear or something. And they just like, look at me, I'm a goofy clown. Like, everybody look at me, blah, blah, blah. Or maybe they'll send out emails to the list that are like extremely vulgar and contain a lot of profanity in order to get attention. But in the long term, these strategies never work, because believe it or not, you can actually make a lot of money online whilst still maintaining your dignity. Imagine that. It might take you a little bit longer, but it is by far the best path. And it has a lot to do with the thing that I just showed you guys. This is what all that stuff is. It's all of them trying to scale too quickly by degrading their morals and having a weak base. If you want to have a strong base, yet reach even higher, guys, this is inevitably going to crumble. No matter which way you slice it, it's inevitably going to crumble. This is basically the only viable long-term strategy. Now, obviously, it might take you a little bit longer, but you will overall build a higher pyramid that way. And that is why that is the second of the business lessons, is that you must always know that attention is nothing without trust. And do not get lost in the sauce just going for attention. And let me check these out. Adam 22 is a bum. See, I don't even care about them specifically, right? It's just a really good example of that, of whatever you would even call that. It's all very haram. Poor people. I feel bad for bro. Somebody's gonna be like, yeah, those were my parents, those were my grandparents. Like they're gonna go to school and literally get bullied because y'all just want some extra clout. Yeah, basically just selling their soul. Guys, I promise you can make a lot of money without doing any of that goofy stuff. Like one really good example that I like from Tate is that he mentions, and this is something that so many people do not understand, and they need to. He mentioned it in the context of dudes trying to get girls by being funny. And you have to understand that there's a difference between being witty and clever and funny and just being a clown. Okay. A clown basically degrades himself and uses a lot of self-deprecation to get other people to laugh. A clown will sit there and take a bucket of water and pour it over their head and be like, ha ha ha, I'm funny. People will be laughing at them. That's the difference. People are laughing at you, at your expense. Someone funny and witty is someone who cracks funny jokes. They use self-deprecation sparingly just to show that they don't take themselves too seriously, but not enough to just straight up make themselves look like a clown, like an idiot. That's the difference. Also, I'm not talking about anybody specifically when I speak about copywriters. It's just, I don't know, if the shoe fits, I mean, but I'm not saying any names, of course. So the third biggest rule when it comes to business that I want you guys to take into account, the third biggest rule is that it's very, very, very important to get as close to the money as possible. Your main goal is to get very, very close to the money. What do I mean by that? Who knows why Andrew Tate stopped doing his OnlyFans business? I would ask that question and wait for it, but it's pretty obvious because I just gave it away in the title again. He gave up his OnlyFans management business because he wanted to be closer to the money. He didn't want to depend on these females showing up and doing their part and doing their shows and working hard and trying to force them to go out and do it. He would rather just do it himself. And eventually, in copywriting, some of you guys, not all of you guys, but some of you guys are going to want to do the same thing. Some of you guys are going to want to do the same thing. Because here's the thing, right? And it's like I told you guys recently, is that my genuine goal is to help all of you guys turn your passion into profit. Okay. I want to help all of you guys get paid to be yourself because that's what I do. And I know people who are still in the copywriting game and that's what they do as well. My mentor, for example, he is still very heavy into the, scaling other people's businesses and doing their email automations and getting them out of spam and all that sort of thing. And that's what he likes to do. That's what turns him on, right? Business-wise, of course. But when it comes to copywriting, I mean, especially in the beginning, you're not going to feel very close to the money. And because you're not actually going to be very close to the money, you're going to have to be waiting around for your paycheck to come in. Maybe they don't send it to you on time and you have to remind them, or, a lot of you don't agree with the business decisions that are going on. And you'll just be like, you know what? I could probably run this business better. So then you go and make your own business. That's exactly what I did. That's part of the reason why the 40 Academy 2.0 is coming out and why it's going to be such a banger. You see, I'm giving you guys the 20 business lessons here. The other 80 lessons, of course, are going to be in the 40 Academy, but I want to show you guys general high income skills, whether that be hard skills or soft skills. So what is the difference? Well, hard skills is your things like marketing, copywriting, that sort of thing. Soft skills are things like your sales, communication ability, your camera presence, all of these things. They're all very important. If you have hard skills but no soft skills, you're not going to make very much money. If you have soft skills but no hard skills, you're also not going to make very, very much money. It's all very important. And so that is ultimately what I want from you guys. Because some of you guys want to make more than 10K a month. Some of you guys want to come up with your own offer. Some of you guys want to build 7-figure businesses. I can help you get there. I can help you along every step of the way because I have the experience. Guys, I don't think you really understand that copywriting is so integral to you being able to do anything. You becoming a copywriter is going to be the best type of business training you're going to get. And you get, not only do you not have to pay to actually do it, but you get paid to do it. You understand that? I would not know how to build you guys really think I would know how to build my own company, sell my own products, grow a whole YouTube channel, do any of this if it wasn't for me starting with copywriting? Every YouTube video, every sales page, everything that I do, everything that I touch in business wouldn't be anything, wouldn't even be possible if I didn't start out as a copywriter. And if I didn't have the marketing knowledge that I do, and the marketing knowledge that I share with you guys. That's why it's always so important to get closer to the money and actually start to make it yourself. Because then you'll have true freedom and you'll be able to enter flow state every single day and just want to get to the work. And it's just amazing. And a lot of the times, not always, but sometimes you don't really get that from working for other people unless they really do inspire you. I've had clients where I've been genuinely excited to help them, and then clients where I just show up for a paycheck, even though I put my all in. But when you come up with your own stuff, when you start getting closer to the money, it starts to get even more fun, man. And then the sky's the limit. You want to build a multi-6-figure company, 7-figure company, multi-7-figure, 8-figure company, multi-8-figure company, you can do that. We could do that. So we see some in the chat, yo. I'm gonna read the chat before we get into the fourth business lesson. Guys, we're only on number 4 right now. And the fourth one is dope. I can't wait for this one. That's right. Chocolate Thunder spitting. Turns him on. Y'all, no such stuff. I meant like turn him on, like, damn. Shut up. No, my mentor, you guys don't know my mentor. He doesn't have a YouTube channel. He's not oh, damn it. Why is my kidney hurting like that? Yeah, he doesn't have a mentor, or he doesn't have a channel. And also it's like, it's not like I'm keeping him secret because I don't want you guys to blah, blah, blah. Like his lowest tier program is like 5 Gs and y'all are not ready for it. I'm not gonna lie, y'all are not ready. He works with copywriters who are already well established. And yes, the 4D copywriting call will be after this particular call. So the 4D copywriting call, we're going to be reviewing Hamza's Adonis School sales page. It's going to be a good one. The Matrix is literally attacking my kidney here, right? Oh, what the fuck is that? Yo, what the fuck? Did my appendix just burst on stream? Like, what the fuck's going on? It fucking hurts. Anyways, guys, we gonna go on anyways. I don't care if my appendix bursts and my kidneys literally start failing and I go through liver failure. I'm finishing this stream. Guys, number 4. The fourth lesson in business is that you should be so good that they can't ignore you. Be so good that they literally cannot ignore you. Okay. I understand that it's really hard to get into the copywriting game when you have no experience. But that's the thing, is that you guys are coming at it being like, yo, how do I get clients with no experience? How do I get clients with no experience? You only have to get clients with no experience once. You only have to get clients with no experience once. And then for the rest of your journey, it all comes down to how do you maximize your experience? When you're so good, when your skills talk for you, the whole game becomes easier. The whole game, you think my mentor, or you think copywriters who are already at 5K a month to 10K a month, you think they're struggling to get clients? They don't struggle to get clients. Gee. All of a sudden, the struggle stops. You don't even have to outreach anymore to get clients because your reputation precedes you. You're able to get clients without even having to do any outreach, because the bigger you get, right, when you're at 5K and 10K a month, outreach starts to become a very, very low ROI activity, right? So you phasing it out of your system eventually is what's going to really start to increase your income and let you scale. And the way that you're able to do that, of course, is to have your reputation precede you by being so good that they cannot ignore you. And guys, this is a book that you probably haven't read, but that's the title of it. Be so good they can't ignore you. And it really is true, guys. Your copywriting merit is really what is going to help you along the way. And you just being really good at marketing. That's why the 90-day academy is so integral, right? When people ask me, yo, should I get the 90-day copywriting academy or the copy client accelerator? I usually lean them towards the academy, because with the academy, it will help you get clients as well. Whereas copy client accelerator is more about the outreach principles. So when you really learn the skills and you're really, really good at marketing, and you actually are good enough at marketing that you can consult your clients and you know something about something, invaluable, completely invaluable. Boom. And that is lesson number 4. I'm going to go through these a little bit quicker because, I'm only at number 5 right now, and I don't want to make my academy students wait too long. Is this being recorded? It is being recorded, my friends. The academy is the best investment. And Yan, oh, you sweetheart. You didn't have to do that. Look at this man. Yo, who turned super chats on? Was that you, Aaron? Is Aaron in here? I don't even think I turned super chats on. Damn. We are on. So I just finished number 4. We're about to go into number 5. So number 5, guys, in business, the best defense is a great offense. You should always be playing offense. You should always be attacking. 100%, and never let your foot off the gas. The ones who get comfortable, the ones who get passive, the ones who play defense are the ones that get destroyed. Case in point, I upload a reel on YouTube every single day, 2 YouTube videos every single week, a YouTube live every week, YouTube community posts probably like every other day, post on Instagram a reel every day, post Instagram stories every single day. I post on the Discord every single day, and I usually send email to the list either every day or every other day. Content. Why do you think I'm the biggest? Why do you think I'm the biggest boss out here? Wait a second. Anyways, yeah. Why do you think I've gone so hard and I've gained the amount of success that I have? It's because I just attack. I just attack, bro. Every other copywriter YouTuber has been around for years longer than me. Literally years longer than me. I'm killing them. I'm destroying them. They don't even stand a chance. Why? Because I just put out so much content. I just attack. Because especially when you reach higher up, like I get it. Everybody, when you're just first starting out, usually everybody has that grit. Everybody just starts attacking. That's the default. Everybody knows that. But then people start to coast. If you can attack while other people are coasting or just playing defense, you will win. I'm coming for all of the market share. There is not going to be anything left for anybody else after I am done with what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna move on to the next. I'm gonna start attacking that and taking all that market share. I'm coming for it all. You guys have to have the same mindset. We're not done until we've taken 100%. Guys, let's make some noise in the chat if y'all are out here to steamroll the competition. I'm talking about steamroll the competition. I hope this doesn't turn into a 4-hour live stream, but it's not going to be short because the lessons, guys. What's your IQ? My IQ is ungodly, something like 250%, I mean. Guys, if you don't know, IQ, the way that IQ is based is 100 is supposed to be the average, right? That's how the IQ score is based. And my IQ being literally 250, I don't know if you guys really understand how genius level that makes me. Like Einstein's was like 150. Einstein, G. And I'm not even speaking Japanese right now, bro. I'm literally I am on God. I'm dead ass, bro. Anyways, damn. Wait, okay, that's rupees. How much is 100 rupees? I thought this boy just pulled up with 100 goddamn bucks. I was like, yo, 100 rupees in USD. Yo, this man hit me up with $1.22. Zeus, thank you, G. You're the man, bro. You're the man. I appreciate it. $1.20. That's dope, bro. You know what? It's not like I'm gonna complain, G. I appreciate it, man. Business rule number 7. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. Business rule number 7, man, is that you need to believe in invisible progress. Invisible progress. You need to have faith that you're getting closer and closer to your answer, closer and closer to your goal. Okay. Now, visible, tangible progress, sure, that's the stuff that we all know. That's the stuff, money, right? How many leads you get in, how many this, how many that. But what is invisible progress, guys? I've mentioned this a little bit in the accelerator program, right? I'm not going to give too much away. I'm just going to allude to it. But your outreach is basically a funnel, right? Your outreach is basically like a funnel. And people always tell me, well, Tyson, what do I do when I reach out to these clients, man? I reach out to these clients. They say either like, yeah, I'm really interested in starting with you, or they say, yeah, I could see it, but maybe not right now. Those are what we call warm leads, right? And people come to me and they're like, yo, Tyson, people are saying that they're interested, but they don't actually get on the call with me. And I'm like, yo, that's a good thing. You understand how much progress you're making? Most copywriters out here, I swear on my life, they can't even get replies. That was me when I first started my copywriting journey. I literally couldn't even get a reply. Guys, I worked for a week. I did outreach for a week before I got my first reply to an email. You understand that? A week. Why? Why did it take me a week just to get a reply? Guys, I didn't have what you people have. You understand that? I didn't have this. I didn't have the Tyson 4D channel. I was sending emails to randoms, bro. I was sending emails to randoms. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. But you see, when you get enough people to say maybe, eventually one of them is going to say yes. And that's how business works. That's how business works. It's almost like a bank account, right? And I've heard Bedros Keuilian actually describe it like this, right? And he was describing an email list. So an email list is almost like a bank account. Basically, you give them enough, you give them value, you provide them with value, provide them with nurture, you provide them with everything else. Make sure everybody's accounted for, right? And this is all business, okay? And then every once in a while, you want a promo sequence, and then you can cash that out. Or some people try to do is they try to withdraw money from an empty account. They don't provide any value, they don't provide any nurturing, they don't provide anything. They're just like sell. And that's what hurts them in the long run. But the longer you keep building that account, building that bank account, eventually the outcome is going to be even greater. And that's how everybody becomes happy. Your list is happy to buy from you. You're happy. Everybody's good to go. The only problem comes when you're just spamming your list with buy now. And it's the same with your prospects. When you have a bunch of prospects who are in the maybe zone, right, you need to be nurturing them. And this is basically, I'm not going to get into how, because that's more like CCA stuff, but this is basically how you progress, right? So where you don't see any progress, that's where the progress is happening. Because a lot of people are like, well, nobody's getting on a sales call, so it's like, what am I doing wrong? It's like, no. You're doing everything right. That's what should happen. Damn, Nate out here with that $5. Can you call me a sweetheart too? Yes, Nate, you are a sweetheart, G. Out here with the $5 Canadian, bro. Let me get myself some Uber Eats with that. I mean, that's probably going to cover the tip, but still, I appreciate that. My Uber Eats driver will thank you, G. Let's get some W's for Nate. Wait. Okay. Anyways, yes, that is business rule number 7, is to believe in invisible progress. Y'all ready for the next? You see some fires in the chat, yo. I'm trying to see some flames, some fuego. Rule number 6, my friends, It's the, oh, yes. Wait. Oh, shit. I skipped number 6. All right. Back to number 6. Rule number 1 of business is that you do not need to know how to count sequentially. You literally don't need to. You understand? You don't need to know how to count to 10 to make these goddamn bands. You get me? Stop playing with me, boys. That's right. My IQ is literally 250. Do not play with me. Anyways. Yo, what is 140 ZAR? Speg says IQ doesn't matter. What determines how smart you are is how fast you can take knowledge in and information, turn it into action. Xenos. Who the hell is Xenos? Damn, Speg's out here. Speg's you a sweetheart too, G. I'm not gonna lie. Sweetheart too. You guys keep it up, bro. I'm gonna order me a big old fucking. I'm having some real Uber Eats up in here. Let me see. 140 ZAR. Sorry, I have to look that up because I literally don't know. $10 Canadian. I like that stuff. It's probably like $7 US. Damn, my boys literally turning into sugar daddies out here. Just playing. Business rule number 6 is to gamify your process. Gamify your progress. And it kind of goes with business rule number 7 a little bit. Guys, I don't know about you, but something about a graph, like either a bar graph or a chart, it just gets me going, G. I can just sit there and watch it all day. I used to be really into stocks and investing, and bro, I would really sit there and watch Bitcoin go up, down a little bit, up a little bit, see my money move up 1%, down 1%. Just because I just liked watching charts. I like charts, I like bar charts, I like line graphs, I like it all. Why? Because it helps me gamify my progress. It makes it feel like a game. So many parts of my business feel like a game. I will sit there and look at the YouTube charts all day long. On my screen time, the most open apps, the apps that I spend the most time on are Discord, because I'm speaking with you guys, obviously. Discord, YouTube Studio, which is really just like YouTube Analytics, and next up is Stripe. Just sit there and watch it. Like lines. Every time it changes. I mean, it doesn't make any difference to my life, but it's just a motivating factor, right? And I'll always have something to look forward to. For example, when I reach my 100,000 subscribers and I reach the YouTube Silver Play button, I literally photoshopped my name onto a YouTube Silver Play button. I'm going to print it out and put it on my wall as motivation. Now, does a YouTube Silver Play button even matter? Does it really matter at all? No, it doesn't. Guys, yo, stop donating, y'all. You're making me blush. Stop with that stuff. But does a YouTube Play button actually even matter? The answer is no, it doesn't. But the reason as to why it motivates me is because I just want to unbox it. I sit there and think about what is it going to be like unboxing it, putting it on my story. Everybody's saying congratulations. And mark my words now, I'm only at 15,000 subscribers, but I'm going to look back on this very moment once I hit 100,000 subscribers, and it's going to be magical. It's going to be magical. And that's something that you guys can do as well, which is a big part in why, we were just talking about it today in the general chat in Discord, but I'm going to put out an award, kind of like a ClickFunnels award / YouTube Silver Play button type of award for copywriters in the 4D Academy 2.0. I don't know what the requirements are going to be yet, but I want to give that to you guys so that you have something really cool to look forward to, something really tangible to look forward to, right? Gamifying business is something that's going to be a huge motivator, and it's going to really help you. That's part of the reason also why I have the Wins channel. Guys, you should be looking forward like crazy to get in the Wins channel if you're not in there yet. Okay, and if you're winning, you need to be posting big time in the Wins channel. Even if you have a retainer, post every pay in there, bro. Because not only is it going to motivate you to feel like the man, obviously, but it's going to motivate everybody else. And that is number 6, which came after number 7, because I make the rules here. You understand? I make the rules. Thank you, Jack Wynn. Bertoni said, don't be a brokey and donate. Thanks, G. We got 5 British pounds. Damn, any of y'all actually live in a place that uses dollars? Jack Wynn, my boy Jackie, with the $1.50 pounds. Thank you, my boy Jack. Jackie's been out here since the beginning. He's a G. Let me look up real quick how much a 5 British pounds is. Is a British pound worth more or less than a US dollar? I don't know. USD. 6. So it is $6.50. Yo, I'm gonna be eating good tonight, y'all. Thank you for buying me lunch. Everybody contributed to get me lunch. I appreciate that, for real. Wait, is that euros? Yo, am I stupid? Tell me that's not euros. Damn, Bertoni, that is euros. Guys, I literally have a 250 IQ. Yo, if I can make it in business, you guys can as well. Next, number 8. The 8th business rule is that you have to become financially literate. There is no excuse for not becoming financially literate. You must be financially. It floors me that a lot of you guys don't understand taxes, don't understand investing, stocks, real estate. You don't understand budgeting. You don't understand credit. You don't understand finances, financing, loans. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're trying to make money so that you can what? Spend it like a dummy? What good is money if you can't put it to work for you? First of all, let me just go over financial literacy 101, just very, very quickly. First of all, a portion of your money is yours to keep forever. That's one of the lines in the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. You need to read The Richest Man in Babylon. You need to read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You need to read probably just those for right now. Those will get you started. Maybe even The Psychology of Money too, because I like that one. Even though it's not really tangible advice, it's still really good to know. You need to know these things. You need to know them before you start making the money. But Tyson, I don't even have that much money. No. If you don't know where every single part of your dollar goes, you're missing out. It's about maximizing your finances. I'm making money, and I know where every dollar goes. I can tell you right now which percentage. I literally save and invest 60 to 65% of my money every month. And sure, maybe you can't get to that, but you can save what you can budget what you can. You probably, if you were just go through your bank statements, bro, you're probably paying monthly for stuff you literally don't even use anymore. Gee. Because you just don't care. You need to open up yourself a mint.com account. Okay, mint.com. It will automatically divide up all of your payments. You'll be able to see exactly how much is coming in every month, exactly how much is going out every month, what you're spending it on, where you're getting money from. Be able to compare your paychecks, all of it. If you ain't using it, you just don't care about money. If you ain't using it, you just don't care about money. And I get it, right? A lot of you guys are younger guys and you just have never started before, but you need to. Okay, financial literacy is something that I'm going to be talking about more on the channel, but that's something that you guys need to understand, especially as an entrepreneur. You need to understand budgeting. You need to understand overhead. You need to understand profit margins. You need to understand all of it. I'm here to help you, of course, but don't neglect it. For God's sakes, please don't neglect it. Okay, because you need to understand that. Another quick lesson, okay? Poor people literally only see money as a means to an end. They only see money to be used as an exchange for something else, an item or service. When in reality, you should be working to turn your money into your employees. Your money should work for you. That's why you need to save up as much money, as much employees, and know how to put them to work for you so that you can create income passively or invest in your active income. For example, you can bet that the S&P 500, which is the top 500 stocks in the world, will return an average of 10 to 12% every year. So if you were to have $1 million in stocks, right, the most safe stocks that you can get, $1 million and just leave it there, you'll make $100,000 a year off of that $1 million. You could either let that compound or you can just take the extra $100,000 a year if you want. These are things that you need to know, because something else that you need to know, damn, really spitting game here, is that poor people buy liabilities, whereas rich people buy assets that pay for liabilities. For example, let's say your car payment is $1,000 a month, right? Car payment is $1,000 a month for a $100,000 car. You can take that and just buy that car, or sorry, get that car and just use your income to pay for it. Or what you can do is put $100,000 into the stock market, returns 10% a year. That's $10,000 a year. That's almost enough to cover the whole car payment. So now you're basically just using the stock market to pay for your car. A lot of people do this with real estate. They'll say, oh, don't buy this Rolls Royce, buy this car instead, because buy this property instead, because this fourplex creates me this much cash flow, and this cash flow pays for the car. You'll see that a lot. And it is pretty smart. For example, my YouTube channel, the AdSense, it's not very much. It's like a couple grand. But that couple grand pays for my car and my truck. Food for thought. What stocks are good? I always invest in things that I know are going to beat the market, right? So I'm heavily invested in cryptocurrency because I trust in cryptocurrency, and it's one of the highest returning things that you can invest in right now. And it's very, very cyclical. So we have until 2024 to 2025 to really load up on cryptocurrency. And guys, I'm spitting so much game right now. Like, it's not even funny. By 2024 and 2025, when the next crypto bull market happens, we're going to be able to probably 5 to 10x whatever we are able to put in till then. I basically want to have at least 100,000 in crypto, so that by the time I hit a 10x, I'll be a crypto millionaire. Some real facts. And that's not even all I want to invest in as well. I'm invested in growth ETF. So if you don't know what an ETF is, it's an exchange trade fund. So it's basically like a basket of stocks. So instead, oh my God, I'm spending so much game right here. Instead of investing in one stock, let's say you invested in Walmart, for example. For some odd reason, Walmart goes out of business. Now that stock is going to plummet, and you're introducing yourself to more risk. So what do you do instead to offset that risk and hedge against that possibility? You invest in what's called an ETF. An ETF is an exchange trade fund. It's basically a basket of stocks. So I'm invested in something called the Vanguard Growth Index Fund. In this index fund, they have different holdings. For example, they hold a little bit of Apple, a little bit of Tesla, a little bit of Amazon, a little bit of Microsoft. So instead of investing in one big business, you're investing in all of these multiple big businesses, and it diversifies itself for you. So if, for example, Microsoft goes out of business for some reason, it's not going to tank the stock price, but it's still going to return about 15 to 20, maybe even 25% some years, which is going to beat the, sorry, I'm going to call, stop that, which is going to beat the regular S&P 500. Y'all should have been paying for that, I'm not gonna lie. 497 HUF, guys, you're getting a millionaire mentorship right now. I'm not gonna lie, this dude's facts. I don't know how much he just donated, but he's spitting facts. What the hell is HUF, bro? No offense, but like, what the hell is that? Stop calling. Stop. Jesus Christ. 497 HUF to USD. $2 Canadian. Let's go. Y'all are too kind. I love you. This dude's a sweetheart. Xenos calling? Exactly. Xenos, bro, stop calling me. My boy gets lonely and calls me literally all the time. So that was number 8, bro. Number 8 is that you have to become financially literate. If I have been basically speaking French to you the last 5 minutes, I was going over that point. You need to step up your game, yo. You need to step up your game. I'm gonna go over these next ones rather quickly. Okay, I'm gonna go over 3, and then I'm gonna look over the actual Hungarian fortnights. Interesting. I'm gonna go over the next 3, and then I'm gonna go over. Okay, so next, number 9 is to master the basics. Guys, you need to master the basics, and don't waste time looking at secrets and tactics, and all this other stuff. Okay, business is about mastering the basics. You might think, oh, well, I need to learn the secret copywriting formula that's going to X, Y, Z, and blah, 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 blah. I need to learn the secret outreach strategies that's going to X, Y, Z. There is no secret formula. Here's the thing. Here's the biggest difference between me and my competitors, and it kind of ties back to the other business lessons that I'm going to teach you, or the other business lessons that I have already taught you. They're making a lot of money by telling you that they have this one secret strategy that's going to make it easy for you. I make money by telling you that there is no secret strategy. It's still going to take hard work, but I'm going to teach you how to master the basics in the most easy way. I'm going to give you a step-by-step process where it's going to be, here's what you do in the first week, here's what you do in the second week, the third week, the fourth week, so on and so forth. Sure, they might have a stronger marketing message than me by making these huge promises and telling you that they got the secret sauce that's going to somehow just make you get all these clients. But like I said, it's not the best long-term strategy, right? I know that I might be missing out short-term, but I know long-term, that's the thing, is that everybody who joins knows what they're getting. They get in, they get what they want, and I've never, ever had a poor review of any of my programs. Hey, whereas these other programs, they get a whole bunch of refunds all the time. A whole bunch of people talking shit about it all the time. That don't happen. Why? Because it's what I show you guys. I show you guys to master the basics. There's no smoke and mirrors here. There's no secret marketing message. No, I really tell you guys that you need to master the basics. And when a lot of you guys are struggling, you're saying, well, I know the basics. I need the secrets. You probably suck at the basics. That's a big reason why we have daily mentorship calls on the 4D Academy, is because a lot of you guys think that you're doing all right. You think that you know the basics, but you don't know the basics. G. Come on the daily review calls on the 4D Academy and you'll get humbled very quick. I've literally only read a couple pieces of copy from like almost ever from beginners and been like, yeah, this is a good piece of copy. One of them was from my boy Benjamin. I know AN writes really good copy as well. I don't know if he's in the chat. But Octavan also writes some good copy as well. Not gonna lie. But literally, like, the number's probably less than a dozen of people where I'm like, yeah, you actually have mastered the basics. That's number 9. Number 10 is that you should always put yourself under financial pressure, whether that be real financial pressure or artificial financial pressure. What does that really mean? Real financial pressure is what a lot of you guys probably find yourself in. It's what I found myself in the beginning. My car was broken down. I had student loan debt. I had credit card debt. I needed to make this work. Otherwise, I'd probably go be living in a box. What is artificial financial pressure? Artificial financial pressure is more like, oh my God, if you don't stop calling me, I swear on my life. Xenos, stop it. It's not actually Xenos, but really annoying. I almost feel like something's wrong now, so I'm going to wrap this up as soon as possible because that's kind of strange. I don't know. People shouldn't be calling me 3 times in a row. Yes, always put yourself under financial pressure because it's going to help you get towards your goals so much quicker. Basically, you wake up every morning with $0 in the bank. You have to, and that's what I do, right? How I artificially put financial pressure on myself is I do auto deposit on my bank account. Stuff will be automatically leaving my bank account so that I don't get too comfortable, right? Because there will be certain months where, like, obviously I'm making a lot of money, but my actual bank account, the one that I see, isn't actually going up because it's auto depositing into my investing account and I never see the money again. A great way to put yourself under financial pressure and actually push yourself farther towards your goals. It's a little cheeky trick for you guys. Next, guys, the next business lesson is that the best way to really succeed is not to just try to come up with your own ideas, not to just sit there and look at a blank piece of copy or sit there and look at a blank sheet and just be like, all right, well, I need to come up with ideas. No, guys. Especially when it comes to copywriting, copy isn't written, it's assembled. Business ideas aren't written or come up with, they're assembled. What does that mean? You got to look at what the market's already doing. What are some proven concepts, right? And so many YouTubers do this. If you look at Iman Gadzhi or any of these men's channels or whatever, masculinity, whatever, I've never seen so many of the exact same video. And what I mean by that is the exact same title and the exact same thumbnail. The one that I always see is like the 7 ways that men are, the 7 things that are making men weak. 7 things that you're doing that are making men weak. Cole Hastings, Bedros Keuilian, FitX Fearless, Memphis Cold, Iman Gaji, all these guys are coming up with the exact same video with pretty much the exact same thumbnail. It's basically them with a bunch of icons around them. But that's the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's literally how the game is played. Nobody's coming around being like, oh, this person's ripping off my idea. It's nobody's idea. The internet owns it. It just means that it's effective. And the same is with business. Any business you go into, whether it be a SaaS, software company, whether you're just starting out as a copywriter, you want to go down a proven path, right? You trying to reinvent the wheel, it just makes it more difficult for you. So you suggest researching the basics and learning before writing copy, even for reviews? No, you should get your copy reviewed at all levels. But I'm saying, like, before you start to expect making money and being successful, you should master the basics. Boom. Usually the basics that work effectively long-term will give you a bigger outcome. Exactly. Yeah, guys, like, mastering skills takes time, right? The reason why people want the secrets is obviously because they don't want to put in the work and they don't want to put in the time. They want the result right away. And I give you guys the things that you need to know, but then it's like, you guys are like, okay, great. Well, where do I end up learning the secret? Where do I learn whatever? It's a lot like the Karate Kid. You ever seen the Karate Kid? Where he's like, he makes him do the wax on, wax off. He makes him do all this boring shit. He's like, yo, I thought you were going to teach me this special kung fu punch that's going to destroy my enemies. And then he's like, no, kung fu ain't nothing like that, my boy. You got to go through the long, slow route that's going to pay off in the end. And that's what I keep telling you guys. Guys, that's this. Mastering the basics literally goes back to this. You understand? Boom. All right. Next. Guys, number 12. How much money you make is directly linked with your stress tolerance. A lot of people want to build stress-free businesses, or they want to start a business stress-free, and that just doesn't exist. Stress is going to happen. Bad things are going to just arise. Not even bad things, but things that are going to create anxiety. That's normal. Things just sometimes create anxiety. When you start getting big online, or when your business starts doing something, other people see that, right? And you're gonna inevitably have people who either want what you have, or they're just gonna want to see you gone because they don't like it. They're not gonna want to see you successful. And things are gonna happen, and you have to learn, because that's the thing, bro, is that business doesn't take breaks. You can't take a mental health day when it comes to business. I hear colleges and universities talking about, yeah, you should take a mental health day. Bruh, life don't give you no mental health day. I don't care how stressed you are, if something really bad happened, whether it be in your personal life or in business, you got to just keep going. And you got to learn to silence that anxiety in your head. A lot of that comes from meditation. I spoke about meditation a little bit in my other video, 6 Habits, 6-Figure Entrepreneurs, and you guys really liked it, right? You guys hit me up saying, yo, I've been doing it for the last week or for the last month, and it's made all the difference. I got to tell you, it's made all the difference for me as well. Guys, number 14. Yeah. Business rule number 14 is, guys, that reputation takes years to build but seconds to destroy. Like, how it goes back to the things that I was talking about earlier with the whole, other people. Like, I don't know if you guys have been seeing what the Island Boys have been doing recently. I'm not even going to mention it. I can't even mention it because it's completely wrong. But, bro, people are selling their souls for attention, G. People are selling their souls. But reputation is something that you can never, ever sacrifice. Never, ever sacrifice short-term gain for long-term profit at the expense of your reputation. So when it comes to your copywriting reputation, it's a real thing, G. It is a real thing. Even if you think that nobody knows you, it does. And you have to build your reputation. 20 years to build a good reputation, 20 seconds to destroy it. Every time. And people will try to destroy it when they don't actually have anything on you. People will try to attack your reputation because they know how important it is. Look at Tate. People have tried so hard to destroy his reputation because they know how important reputation is. Yet, they got nothing on him. That's how important it is. Next up is, guys, you have to optimize your streams of income before looking for more. Optimize your streams of income before looking for more. I want you guys, once you guys start making money with copywriting, to start exploring other avenues of income streams. Because I don't know if you've heard this before, but the average millionaire has 7 income streams, right? Me, myself, I have a couple. But how are you supposed to, I heard that statistic and I was like, all right, well, let me just build out 7 income streams right quick. That's literally what I thought. I was like, let me start 7 side hustles so then I can quit my job. Obviously, that did not work out. I literally tried to be a graphic designer / YouTuber / affiliate marketer. Like, I tried to do it all / crypto investor. I tried to do all of it, bro. And it never worked, of course, because it all comes down to, your focus. You need to focus on the one thing. One book that I have back there, I don't know if you guys can see it, right behind my shoulder, right around between the shoulder and my candles, it's called The One Thing. The whole book is dedicated to showing you why the one thing is going to make the biggest difference. And it really is. 48 Laws of Power to Understand Reputation. Yeah, 48 Laws of Power is dope. Absolutely. Guys, the next business lesson that I want you to understand is that you have to take pride in having nothing, because having nothing is an advantage. What does that really mean? Having nothing is an advantage. Having nothing, starting from nothing, you got nothing to lose, bro. You got literally nothing to lose. There's nobility in just starting a business from nothing and not making any real money. For example, it would suck a lot more to build a huge business and build a huge everything and then lose it all than to just never have it in the beginning. You can mess up. You have forever to suck. You have forever to mess up. If you're a business and you have $100,000 in overhead, you can only suck for a certain amount of time before stuff starts getting stressful, before bad stuff starts happening, before people can't feed their families anymore, before you can't pay your payroll anymore. Now you got people saying, yo, why is my pay late? Then you have people saying, yo, I deserve a raise, even though we're not making any money. Now, obviously, this hasn't happened with my business, but I've been a part of many businesses, you guys. Some successful and some not so successful. And the stress that happens when you have a lot of overhead and you got all these responsibilities and stuff, like, I'm not even joking. That is like vitriol stress. Like, you can like feel it in the air. It's so heavy. Something that I never want to go through, and I certainly never want you guys to go through it. I want to protect you guys from that at all costs. So be actually great. Like, it sounds weird, but be grateful for having nothing. Be grateful for being a broke ET. Because I promise you, some people in their business, they're working on a product that they don't even like anymore. They're working in a niche they don't even identify with. They're working with people that they don't even really like anymore. They would rather probably be in the brokey phase than where they're at. They're trapped in their business. This is something that really happens, y'all. Hey, yo, are y'all being sus? Are y'all being sus? Tell me y'all are not being sus right now, bro. Tell me y'all not being sus right now. Boom. Caught in 4K. Caught in 4K. No sus boys over here. Next, guys. Business is a team sport. Whether you like it or not, business is a team sport. Okay. If you think that you can just make this $1 million one person business, or yeah, that's what I want to do. Like, I get it. There's what's the word? It's appealing. It's an appealing idea to have $1 million business where you're the only person who is employed. But it's also just, there are trade-offs, right? There are always trade-offs. And that is one extreme, right? One extreme is having like 100 employees, but making $10 million a year or $100 million a year. And the other extreme is making $1 million a year, but you being the only one. Neither of those extremes is really the best for you guys at all. Because you don't have any employees, that means you're doing all the bullshit yourself. all this shit that you don't want to do. And it's taking away your focus, it's taking away your time. I honestly believe that if you're making over 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K a month with copywriting, you should have at least a virtual assistant. They're not expensive and they will help you out a lot. And if you don't have a virtual assistant, what you need to do is find somebody in real life that you really genuinely trust. For a couple $100s a month, they'll come in and, I don't know, clear your inbox, email inbox. They'll deal with your Stripe account. They'll deal with all that bullshit that you don't really want to deal with. Very helpful. I have somebody who's employed IRL who does straight up stuff like cleaning and cooking. And I have people employed who just help me out. All they do is save me time. They're basically like somewhat VAs, somewhat, they just do a whole bunch of stuff with me. Business is a team sport. And a team is a great way to put it, man, because people on a team, they don't just show up for a paycheck. People show up for a team to win the playoffs. We all attack this one big goal we have, regardless of anything else. And we all make sacrifices and we all work together. And the victory is all ours, right? Whereas sometimes people see like, yeah, okay, I need other people, but they're just an employee. They show up for a paycheck. I get them to just do the work. Just like they're a contractor. So change your mindset around business, right? That means if you're a copywriter, you want to come into someone else's business like it's a team. Cheer each other on, right? What a lot of businesses do is they hire for attitude, but they train for skill. Show up with a really great attitude, then your skill can be somewhat lacking and they'll be much more likely to overlook that. Okay. Next rule of business is that you need to improve your communication skills. You need to improve your communication skills. And yes, communication course will be offered in the 40 Academy 2.0 for this very reason. A lot of the outreach principles and tactics and methods that I show you guys are based off of video. They're based off of video. And I see a lot of times some people they can't turn up on video very well. I'll just be honest. They don't understand the simplest things: tonality, lighting, communication. And that's okay, because a lot of times people, like, I get it. A lot of you guys are in your very, very beginning stages of business. But just simply becoming aware of your communication will put you ahead of so many different people. And yes, guys, I get it. Everybody wants to make money without showing their face, without doing this, without doing that. Guys, we live in the age of 2023. The most desired career path, right? There's a study done. The most desired career path is literally being a YouTuber. People want to do this online business thing. That's what people want. If everybody wants it, you're going to have to be willing to do things that other people aren't willing to do. Period. That's just long and short of it. Oh, well, I don't want to get on camera. Oh, well, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It comes with drawbacks, sure, but doesn't anything? What's the alternative? You're going to be a brokey for life? You're here sitting here watching this call because that's not who you want to be. If you're sitting here watching this call right now, you don't want to be a brokey. You want to be somebody who wants to learn high income skills, monetize their skills, and get paid based on their own performance and scale their income past otherwise possible. That's why you're here. That's why you're watching this. So if you're going to watch this and you're going to be serious about business, you have to improve your communication skills, because they're going to improve your whole life when it comes to everything, not even business. When it comes to making friends, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to everything. It's going to improve your whole life, not just business. Next up, and finally, guys, I want to assure you that you are always your biggest bottleneck. You are always your biggest bottleneck. Okay? Just like I said, everybody thinks that they have business problems when they don't. They have personal problems that manifest themselves in their business. Guys, I did a poll. On my YouTube the other day where I asked people, what is the biggest thing holding you back from being a 10K a month copywriter? 50% of people said that it was that they don't know how to outreach very well, or it was their outreach. They don't know how to get clients. 24% of people said that it was because of their copywriting skill. That means that there's a third option that's holding people back from becoming a 10K a month copywriter that they perceive as more of a roadblock from them getting a 10K a month than their copywriting skill. And what is that? That's the ability to just do the hard work. It's the ability to do the hard work. That's them. And, half of people think that it's because they can't find a client, but most likely it's probably because they just can't do the hard work. They don't do the hard work to the amount that they should. What people perceive to be their problems is a lot different from what people's problems actually are. You mean to tell me that you have resources out here, free resources like the full course that I just uploaded, or you have other resources like the Copy Client Accelerator, and for some reason you still can't find clients? The answer is probably you, G. I'm not gonna lie, the answer is probably you, because the clients are out there. That's not a question. You can check out the wins channel, you can see, yep, clients are out there, check. So why can't you find them? You are always your only bottleneck. And this is a big reason why I'm adding so much stuff to the 40 Academy 2.0. Why I'm adding stuff about self-mastery and the actual self-mastery steps. 30-day challenges, 60-day challenges. There's going to be a leveling system. If you're at level 1, you're a couch potato. If you're at level 5, you're basically a gladiator. You're basically a monk, and you provide that and you have that self-mastery. And being able to get you guys through the system and show you guys how to level up. Because what a lot of times people do is they try to go from couch potato to gladiator. It don't work like that. I want to show you guys just you going up one level. If you're a 1 going up to a 2, if you're a 2 going up to a 3, you doing that every 30 to 60 days is enough to is what's holding you back from getting a client. And you being able to do that is why you will be able to finally become a full-time online copywriter. Because becoming actually the hardest part about the copywriting. It's not the getting clients, and it's not getting good at copywriting. Because those things are a lot like the gym. Getting clients and becoming a good copywriter is a lot like the gym. Show up, you lift the weights, you'll gain the muscle. It's the same with your skills. Show up, you practice, do your outreach, and eventually you'll get jacked. But what's the underlying factor, the underlying multiplier? Is that you have to actually show up at the gym and you have to go hard. You have to actually show up every single day. You have to go hard on outreach, go hard on studying, go hard on reviewing copy. And guys, those are the 20 business lessons. That is the full G's guide to entrepreneurship. Boom. 40 Academy students, of course, I will see you guys where? On the Discord. I'll see you guys on the Discord for the review. That's it for today. Peace out.